1. Why aren't wealth and generosity the same thing? At first glance, it seems logical. If a person has a lot of money, they can afford to help others. But the reality is more complicated. Studies show that wealthy individuals are often less generous than those with average or lower incomes. This may seem surprising, but there's a deep psychology behind it. Generosity is a trait that's more associated with personal values, upbringing, and life experiences than with financial status. A person can be generous even if they have limited resources, and conversely, they may possess great wealth but still be stingy. This suggests that money alone doesn't determine a person's willingness to share with others. Instead, it all depends on their inner worldview, not their bank balance. 2. The impact of wealth on perception of reality. Psychologists say that wealth changes the way a person perceives the world around them. Research shows that wealthy people are often more inclined toward individualism, focusing more on their own needs and desires. This doesn't mean they automatically become selfish, but they develop a specific perception of life, where the focus is on their achievements and successes. The more a person is focused on their own goals and accomplishments, the harder it is for them to empathize with the problems of others, especially when they're unfamiliar with the hardships faced by less fortunate individuals. This phenomenon is called social detachment. The person begins to feel separate from society and less sensitive to its problems. Thus, wealthy people may simply not understand why others need help or how their support could make a difference. 3. The fear of losing wealth. Another significant psychological factor is the fear of losing what has been accumulated. For many wealthy individuals, wealth symbolizes security and stability. Even if they have substantial financial resources, the fear of loss often keeps them from being generous. Paradoxically, the more a person has, the more they fear losing it. Money provides a sense of control over life, and for some people, this becomes a fundamental need. The fear of losing wealth may be even greater than among less affluent individuals because the wealthy often view financial stability as a core part of their identity. They may worry that by spending money on others, they're putting their own security and comfort at risk. 4. Merit syndrome, belief in self-sufficiency. Often, wealthy people believe that they've achieved success solely through their own efforts. This is called merit syndrome. This conviction in their self-sufficiency can reduce their empathy toward those who are less fortunate. Wealthy individuals believe that everyone could reach the same level of prosperity if they tried hard enough. Therefore, they don't always feel the need to help others, assuming they should also work to achieve success on their own. This doesn't mean that wealthy people don't recognize the importance of social support, but they may have their own beliefs about how people should reach success. This creates a distance between them and others, as they don't always understand that not everyone has equal opportunities and access to resources. 5. Emotional fatigue and detachment. People who have worked hard to accumulate their wealth may often feel emotionally exhausted. Achieving financial success frequently requires a lot of time, energy, and sacrifices. As a result, when a person finally becomes wealthy, they may feel drained, and this exhaustion can reduce their desire to help others. After years of hard work, wealthy people often want to focus on themselves and their interests, to enjoy life without worrying about others' problems. 6. Social pressure and the syndrome of false kindness. Some wealthy people develop a negative attitude toward generosity due to constant social pressure. In modern society, there are often expectations that the rich should continually make charitable contributions, support vulnerable groups, or invest in socially important projects. However, this obligated generosity can provoke negative feelings and resistance, as people don't want to act under compulsion. The syndrome of false kindness arises when a person feels compelled to show generosity just to maintain a positive image in society. This kind of forced generosity doesn't bring joy and can even reduce the real desire to help because the person feels that their good deeds are unappreciated or taken for granted. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you met people with significant wealth who weren't always willing to help? What do you think influences their decisions? Generosity is not simply a byproduct of financial status. It is shaped by deep personal beliefs, upbringing, life experience, and worldview. Wealthy people aren't always generous, and this is not necessarily linked to their financial capabilities. They may fear losing their stability, feel pressured, or simply not see the need to help others. To change this situation, it's important to develop empathy and understand that generosity isn't just about money. It's the ability to see other people, understand their needs, and offer support. Generosity is possible for everyone, regardless of financial status, as it is based not on the amount of money but on the desire to make the world a better place.